Ladies and gentlemen, now introducing Riding for Six Cat Racing Until Death Tattoo number 612, McCoy Vicat.
Yo, what's up, guys? Welcome back to another episode of Six Cat Racing. I'm McCoy,
I'm Mitch.
and today we got ourselves some attack graphics for the 250. Let's unbox them.
All right, here we go. Let you do the honors.
Right here.
Yep. Now down the side, cut away. All right, just keep in mind that this is his first set of real graphics. And we are going to, that's it. That's everything out of the box. All right, pull it all the way down there. Roll it out.
Oh, there's two.
Dang, these legit, dog. Oh, these are cool. There's your mini plates.
Front and side plates.
So you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 mini plates. Airbox front. Fort guard. Swing arm.
Yeah.
Heck yeah. These are freaking awesome. And then we added, so this is more of the custom piece, I think, right here.
I think these are all the customized parts.
So as you can see, we did the McCoy with American flags. I'm in the Army, so you gotta keep it American. And then we have, the 612 with McCoy Vicat on the bottoms. So how do you think they look?
They're cool.
They do look freaking awesome. All right.
Oh,
So
in a backpack or something.
right. All right. So I did watch a video on how to install these graphics. This will be my second set of graphics I've ever, installed or helped install. The first set of graphics came out good. You guys can see those in another video. My youngest son's little TTR 50. We threw some graphics on there. But these will be my first set of like real graphics, not just Amazon graphics as a practice set. Real graphics. I did watch the Rocky Mountain ATV video on how to install the graphics. So it looks like in that video, obviously you need your plate or whatever you're going to be installing on. And then you need your heat gun. We just got this one from Harbor Freight, I believe. I'll check Amazon and see if it's on there, and I'll try to, post a link in here, some kind of an affiliate link or something like that. You need some alcohol prep wipes. We got a whole bunch of these out of a mid kit. And then a pair of scissors. So now we're going to go into at least installing it on a couple pieces for you guys. And then we'll cut for another couple days whenever it actually starts like getting nice out, because it's not very good here. So you want to do the cutaway?
Yeah.
All right, do it.
All right. Wait, what? What do you mean?
Do the transition.
Oh.
All right, guys, welcome back. We've got our heat gun. We've got our front graphic. We've got our front plate. Got our front graphic cut out. Our 2 alcohol prep pads already cleaned up. Scissors, paper towel, which we may not need the paper towel. But first thing you want to do is prep your plate. So McCoy, take the alcohol pads and prep the plate. Just rub it all over it. You don't have to open it. Just go like this. Prep everywhere that is going to get the sticker. Make sure you go over the edges really, really good, because that's the place that typically ends up peeling up before everything else. Let me open up one more. All right. All right, let's hit it with this paper towel just to make sure there's nothing stuck to it. These graphics or these plastics, we bought them a little while ago, and he's been riding with them. So they're not in perfect shape, but they're not in bad shape either. All right, so once you have your plastic prepped, let's take all this to the side. Now you take your graphic and you're going to go over the plastic with the graphic and see where the biggest fold is. And for this, obviously, this seam is going to be the biggest fold. So you're going to look at it, and then you're going to try to cut a gap in the biggest fold right here. So I'm going to peel it back. Corey's going to cut it off like right at the line. We're going to try to cut it about right here, and then I'm going to trim it about to right here. So we're going to have our center strip to start laying it down. Right there. Yep, just cut it right down that. Keep it level. Bingo. It's not very level, but it'll work. I'll just cut the gap on this. All right, so then you want to relay your graphic backing down over the graphic. So now you've got your sticky area. Let's trim this back just a hair. See if I can get that. That should be good. All right, now I'm gonna hold it. Man, this house. Dog hair everywhere. We got a German Shepherd, so it's not too easy. All right, review this. That's still good. All right. I'm going to look at this. All right. Hold on. Let me look up here. How's it laying? Even on both sides. All right. Now rub down that middle. There you go. And this is where we can heat it up and kind of make sure that stays nice and stuck down. All right, now this is where you get to pick a side on how you want it to lay. And we are going to go with that side. So now you want to lift this side and pull out this backing. Now you want to rub both ways, making sure you're trying not to get as many air bubbles as possible. Now, the hardest part's going to be right down here with these Yamaha plastics. That's going to be the hardest part. So you're going to kind of work it out and also stretch it with your thumb to like really get to lay down. So there's that side. Now I'm going to hit it with some heat, especially around these curves.
Little squeegee.
Does appear there might be a little bubble, but we will get that out here in just a little bit. Don't push on it. All right, now you want to try to keep a razor blade handy for these exact little bubbles. You just touch them. And you apply some heat. Yeah, when it's close enough to the edge, I can squeeze her out. Bingo. The first half is done. Now we roll it and we start doing the other side. How do you think that looks, McCoy?
Good. So it's this side?
Yep, that's the side I'm about to do. Yep, this one's done. This side is done. Now we're gonna move over here. So now you flip it back, pull that off. Okay. And remember, you got to really work the middle. Don't go too fast, too far, but you really got to push it down. And then there we go. right, now let's add some heat. There we go. That got that out. I'm sorry if you can hear my wife in the background, guys. Maybe one day she'll be on here and you can meet her, but I don't know if I'd want to if I were you. No, I'm playing. I keyed. Make sure it's all stuck down. That's going to be, I hit that up. When you're looking underneath here at these little notches, you really need to make sure those get some good heat, because that would be a culprit in the raise up. And it looks like as it's getting hot, it's peeling itself back. So what you can do is just squirt ever so slightly, so then you get your edges to really sit down nice and snug, which is probably what they need to do on both sides. There we go. All right, move that out of the way. I'm gonna run in here and grab a microfiber. I'm really hoping my wife isn't all over this. Will you hand me the Windex, bud? It should be underneath the sink. There we go. All right. There you go, guys. What do you think, bud?
It's nice.
Looks good. Looks real good.
I'm gonna take Alright, that's going to wrap it up for the day's video. The graphics look insane. The insane thing about these graphics is that if you break a part or you sell it, you can just get a new individual part. So like I could get a new number if I wanted to, or I could, if I gave this bike to my little brother, I could put his name on it, which I think is really cool. Shout out to the sponsor, Till Death Tattoo. Link for their ads will be in the description and at the end of the video. If you want some attack graphics, go to RockyMountainATVMC.com. I'll see you guys in the next one. Keep ripping.